Every time you board an aircraft, one person has already taken legal responsibility for your life. Not a team, not a department. One person with one signature. And here's what most people don't realize. Even with the license that authorizes that signature, you still cannot sign an aircraft. Not until one final step is complete. And most people never realize it even exists. This is EASA Part 66. And this is what it actually takes. EASA. Part 66 is the rule book that decides who is allowed to certify an aircraft as safe to fly. It defines what you must know, the experience you need, and the exams you must pass. It is not a company certificate, it is a regulatory license. Issued by a national aviation authority, recognized across multiple aviation authorities. Without it, you cannot sign a certificate of release to service. Without it, you cannot legally certify that an aircraft is airworthy. I hold a Part 66 license. I know what it takes. And by the end of this video, so will you. Part 66 defines 3 license categories. Category A, limited authority. Line maintenance tasks only. Under supervision, no independent release. Category B, full certifying responsibility. Category B holders can independently certify maintenance. B1 covers mechanical and structural systems. B2 covers avionics and electrical systems. 2 separate licenses. 2 separate qualification paths. Category C, aircraft level sign-off, base maintenance, heavy checks. But Category C requires a B license first. This is where it becomes truly serious. Each category has its own exams, its own experience requirements, and its own scope. The higher the category, the greater the accountability. Let's look more closely at the B license, because this is where most AMEs sit. B1 covers mechanical systems, engines, structures, hydraulics, pneumatics, fuel, flight controls. B1.1, turbine airplanes. B1.2, piston airplanes. B1.3 and B1.4, turbine and piston helicopters. B2 covers avionics and electrical systems, navigation, communications, instruments, electrical generation. B1 and B2 are separate licenses. An engineer can hold both, but each requires its own exams and experience. This is the difference most people miss. The scope of your license defines exactly what you can certify. Step outside that scope, and your signature carries no legal weight. To obtain a Part 66 license, you must pass the Basic Knowledge Module examinations. You are tested on everything required to understand how an aircraft works. From physics and aerodynamics to systems, human factors, and aviation law. Each module has a defined syllabus and pass mark. Some are examined at Level 2, broad understanding, others at Level 3, detailed technical knowledge. And this is where most people fail. There are no shortcuts. There are no exemptions for experience, no partial credit for time served. You either pass the modules, or you do not hold the license. Most people start this path, very few finish it. I have sat in that exam room. I know what it feels like to walk out uncertain. Knowledge alone does not qualify you. Part 66 also requires documented practical experience. For a B1.1 license, 5 years if you have no formal technical training, 3 years if you hold a relevant qualification, but this is not classroom time. You are working on real aircraft, real systems, real consequences. Mistakes here are not theoretical, they have consequences. Every hour must be documented, every task verifiable. That signature is not symbolic, it is legal accountability. The regulator requires proof that you have done the work, not just studied it. Because the license you are working towards authorizes you to certify safety-critical maintenance on aircraft carrying hundreds of passengers. This is where most people outside aviation are surprised. Even after passing all the modules and meeting the experience requirements, a Part 66 license alone does not authorize you to certify maintenance on a specific aircraft. A license allows you to certify aircraft. A type rating tells you which aircraft. The Airbus A320, the Boeing 737, the ATR 72. Each requires approved training, examinations, and on-type experience. The type rating is endorsed on your license. Without that endorsement, you cannot certify maintenance on that type, regardless of experience, regardless of how much you know. The type rating is non-negotiable. And this is the final step most people miss. even inside aviation, even with the license, even with the type ratings. You still cannot sign, not until the company authorizes you. The license is issued by the National Aviation Authority. The authorization is issued by the approved maintenance organization you work for. It defines exactly which aircraft types you may certify, which tasks fall within your scope, and under what conditions you may sign. This is why the license qualifies you. The company authorization allows you to use it. Both are required. Neither is optional. Remove either one. And the signature on that certificate of release to service carries no legal validity. I hold a Part 66 B 1.1 license. I know what it took, the modules, the years on the hangar floor, the type training, the authorization process. If you are working towards this license, you already know how demanding it is. And if you are just starting, understand what you are signing up for. Because at the end of this path, you will put your name on an aircraft as the person responsible. If that aircraft leaves the ground and your name stands behind it, no one else's. Part 66 is not a piece of paper. It is a framework built around one principle, that the person certifying aircraft maintenance has earned the right to do so. Every module, every hour, every endorsement earns that right step by step. If you want to understand aviation beyond what passengers see and what it actually takes to work on aircraft, subscribe. This is just the beginning of what most people never see. I break down aviation in a way that actually makes sense, without the noise. See you in the next one.